Never have I ever had my car insurance as high as it is in Kentucky. Hey, this is Tamara West. I'm your friendly neighborhood realtor. And if you are thinking about moving to Louisville, Kentucky, and you're looking at Southern Indiana or Louisville, I'm going to tell you that I've lived in 3 different states, and never has it ever, my car insurance been as high as it has been when I've lived in Louisville. If I lived in Indiana, literally just a stone's throw away, my taxes and my insurance would be so much cheaper. So for a general rule, property taxes are cheaper in Indiana and they're more expensive in Kentucky. In Kentucky, we have a little bit higher property tax. I think it's like 1.1%. Plus, if you are in Louisville proper, there are, I can't even remember how many cities that actually add on an additional tax or fee because you live in that. Like if you lived in J-Town, there would be an additional fee. If you say, there's so many little towns or cities that are in Jefferson County that if you live in one of them, you may be assessed an additional fee on your taxes. Southern Indiana usually has cheaper taxes, and they have a much simpler tax rate, in my opinion. It's like 1% of your house value. Ta-da, done. And then you get discount if you are this, or this. I mean, they have a plethora of discounts. Kentucky, are you old? Are you disabled? That's it. That's about all you're getting. I'm sure there's a couple of others, but Kentucky just doesn't seem to be as forgiving and tax friendly. In Indiana, for commercial property, your tax rate is about 2% as well. So it makes a difference. If you're looking at Southern Indiana or Kentucky, things can make a huge difference what you're going to do when you look at taxes and insurance. Just something to keep in mind. It may not matter to you much. It may be more important for you to live 5 minutes from the school and or your workplace, and that's why you're going to stay in Louisville. Louisville is a much bigger part of the city. It's got more things to do. It's so much bigger than the Southern Indiana side. It's more crowded. On the other hand, Southern Indiana isn't as crowded. I find Southern Indiana a little bit friendlier, the hey y'all kind. And I'm from a hey y'all, little town, little city. So I love the hey y'all. So whatever is great for you is what we can map out and figure out the pros and the cons for living in Louisville versus living in Southern Indiana. And I will tell you, for all the crazy things that I said about Louisville, I've lived in Louisville for over 20 years now. I have never lived in Southern Indiana, even though I would love to. My husband is like, nope. Well, he refuses to do it. So both sides of the river are fantastic. They're phenomenal. You just got to figure out what's the best fit for you.